Yo, how we doing, people? How we doing, world? Hip hop world. This is IAmHipHop live, and yeah, special interview we got today, man. The legendary RA, the Rugged Man, should be joining us shortly. So, if you guys got any questions that you might want to pose to the legendary man, make sure you put them in. Hope you're well, man. KO _ D420, big up, bro. D Rias, Ham the Illustrator, Freshers, Rishma, big up everybody inside. And yeah, I'm going to be celebrating a legend, man. He's got a brand new album out, and all my heroes are dead, you know? So, I mean, any RA the Rugged Man fans inside, give us a wave. Yeah? This man's a legend, man. He's been around since the early 90s. He's done songs with the late, great Notorious B.I.G. Okay, sir. Let's get you involved, man. Yo, without further ado, we're going to have the RA joining us. Yes, sir.
What's up? What's up?
Good to see you, man. You looking well?
Oh, well, I'm not well. I'm sick as a dog, and I'm on antibiotics, and it's past my bedtime.
Ah, man.
But I'm doing all the press I can. How you doing, man?
Man, good, man. Good, man. Great to see you again. Let me just jog your memory real quick. About 4 years ago, after a Jazz Cafe show, we did a Connoisseurs of Hip Hop interview with yourself and Afro. And in that interview, we spoke about the album that you was promoting at the time and your career up until that point as well, you know, and just taking time to just celebrate you as an artist. This time we're reconnecting for IAmHipHop magazine.
Okay.
And obviously we're celebrating the new album that's out. You know what I mean?
Every little bit helps because, you know, we have no machine behind us. So all the fans and all the little media that wants to get involved and come promote the record, man, it's so, you know, it's heavily appreciated on our end, you know, because, you know, the mainstream magazines, they don't fuck with you unless you have the machine behind you. So we rely on people like yourself, you know?
Yeah, real talk, man. Real talk, bro. And yeah, just going to do a quick shout out to everybody that's locked in right now. Well, we've got our questions that we want to ask RA tonight. But if you guys got questions as well, man, feel free to hit us up in the comments. And yeah, we're going to do everything possible to try and get all of these questions answered in the time that we have, man. So yeah, let's get into this, man. How you doing? You said you're a bit under the weather, but how's the press run going in general, man?
Oh, it's all good. You know, you've been sick all over the world, you know, so you just do what you do. You know, if you got to do an interview, you're going to do the interview, man, and you're going to give the same energy. So I'm right here for you. So
yeah,
fuck the under the weather. I'm drinking my tea. I'm ready. Whatever you got for me, I'm ready.
Yeah. I join you. I got my peppermint right here.
Oh, yeah, I'm on the phone with a Brit. I'm like, I got my tea, you know, like trying to impress you, right?
That's what I'm saying.
I drink tea when I'm not on the phone with UK motherfuckers, too, I promise.
Real talk, man. Like I mentioned before, last time we spoke, you was just about to be a father. Now, in the you was excited because you was about to have your firstborn. In the intro of the album, you say that since that point, 500 shows and 3 children later, here we are. So
you know, it's 2 babies. I got a 3rd baby, but he's my nephew. He's at the house a lot. But sometimes I post pictures or post videos, and it's 3 babies. So everybody think I have 3 babies, but no. It's 2 of them and a nephew.
Nice.
But yeah. You know, if last time I talked to you, I was about to have a baby. That was a while ago. My daughter's 4 years old now. Yeah.
Wow, look at that, man.
I love the Jazz Cafe, man. We was about to do an album release show at the Jazz Cafe. They said it was sold out and it was a packed house already. And I love going to the UK. I love going to Camden to the Jazz Cafe. I love that place. And
yeah,
you know, but you know, the whole world changed. We can't do shows no more. So.
Man, it's shut down, man. And I mean, it's a difficult time to put an album out right now because obviously you can't do your usual run where you'd be doing shows, the album launch. So how have you managed to adapt
It's the exact same shit that everyone's doing. We're talking to TV, fucking, computer screens and cell phones, and yo, how you doing? This is the way we promote our album. Sitting on the couch, it's fucked up, and only 29 people watching this shit. Come on, man.
Yeah.
Where everybody at?
We're gonna have the team out there, man. The IAmHipHop team need to be sharing this. We need to get these numbers up, man, before we jump into this. But you know what? Actually, a lot of people don't check it live, but they come back to it, man. So the numbers, you know, I don't always watch the numbers because, you know, things change. You get me? But yeah, let me jump into the first question that we have for us, man. Tell us about the new album, man. What's the meaning behind the name and the concept for the album?
Well, it's a homage to the era I came from. You know, like a lot of our greats aren't looked at like they're even here anymore. They're not even regarded the way they need to be regarded, you know? So, you know, the era I come from, live shows, live stages, you know, live rhyming, you know, just that whole era, it's a new era. It's a digital world, a world of digital. We're in a digital era. So, you know, all my heroes are dead. And you know, literally too, you know, you go into the Sean P's and the Heavy D's and the Apaches and the Cowboys and, you know, all of those. What up, Nettie Boom? My homegirl's in the comments. She does what's that called when you dance?
The breaker. Oh, pop.
Burlesque shows.
Burlesque. Right.
Burlesque. Yeah.
Yo, big up Nadia. Yeah, man. Big up the team inside. Nice. Okay, so it's a homage to your fallen heroes.
Yeah, and to the fallen era and bringing it back to life, you know, and all the loved ones that we lost, you know.
Yeah, that's incredible, man. That's incredible, you know. And as I've heard you say, man, it's an album that's literally taken 4 years to complete, and obviously during that time you've had a massive transformation in your personal life. So how has the journey in creating this album differed from the journey of creating your previous albums?
Well, you know, all it is when you create a new album, you have a new mind state because you're a little older and you've lost more or gained more. You know, you might have gained some love or gained some children, or you might have lost a loved one, or you might experience some pain, or you might experience some joy. Just life experience. So when your life experiences change, your music changes a little bit, or at least it should if your music reflects your life, you know?
Real talk, man. Real talk.
What up, Russia? Russia in the house. Album of the year. Thank you, Richie.
Yeah, and it definitely feels like that, man. You know, we're starting to move into a stage where a lot of artists were trying to get away with putting out like 7-track, 8-track, 9-track albums, man. And you've hit us with like 22 cuts. Did you feel like you needed to give us a full 3-course meal with this one?
Well, it's been a while since I dropped a record, so if I just put out a fucking if I was doing 7-song albums, I could do them in my sleep and put out 5 a year. You know, it's like, but I kind of want to do a whole, you know, project I'm proud of for life, and you know, after I'm dead, they can listen to that fucking thing and go, wow, okay, that guy did it. You know, that guy was the fucking man. You know, you don't want to put out a couple 7-song things with you just rapping good on it. You want to make a dope ass memorable project, and when your fans been waiting, they're very happy and proud with you, you know. So
yeah,
that's why you give them a little more, you know.
Yeah.
Shout out to the golden era. What up, Angelic?
That's what's up, man. That's what's up. And you know what? This album, bro, unlike any other album I've probably seen in a long time, you know, just looking at the feature list, you know, you hit the nail on the head, man. This is definitely the 90s golden era, like bucket list. You know, I've never seen so many huge legends like featured on an album before, man. And you got hits from the north to the west coast, east coast, like all over.
I got the OGs from the west. I got the OGs from the east. I got a lot of Staten Island on the album. I didn't realize how much while I was making it, but we got the Ghost, and we got Inspector Deck, and we got my boy Eamon. So I said, we got 3 hitters from Staten Island, you know. But we got a lot of, you know, we got Who else we got? What boroughs? We got all over the world. The whole album is all over the world, you know. So
Man, and was there anyone on the list that you didn't get, or did you get
yeah,
everybody?
there was. I was trying to get Big Daddy Kane,
Oh wow.
and it didn't happen on time. And
Mm,
we were talking about LL Cool J. LL was down, but you know, people got schedules and you know certain songs, and you're trying to figure out who fits what.
yeah,
But there's always the future to make music, you know. So
yeah. I mean, the ones that blew my mind specifically, man, you had Brand Nubian on there, Ice-T. You know, these are features you don't see like anywhere.
yeah, Brand Nubian was going back and forth like some old school Run DMC shit. Like
Yeah,
Sadat would go, then Jamar would go, then Sadat back and forth like some old school classic hip hop shit. They don't do that back and forth too much no more, you know.
man. And I mean, even DJ Jazzy Jeff's on the album. I mean, I think it says a lot for the respect that that people have for you to be able to, and obviously to be such a likable artist as well, to be able to get that many artists on one album.
Yeah, you make the phone calls and you see who wants to rock with you, you know, who got time, who's available. Sometimes people want to rock with you, but not all schedules, you know. With the Immortal Technique
Oh,
song, I hit him, you know, early in the album. So, you know, it took him a minute to get it to me because he was doing what he's doing. So, but he
mm,
finally got his joint at me and he killed it, you know. So, and yeah, DJ Jazzy Jeff, I was honored to have one of the greatest DJ in the history of you know, DJing. That's
yeah,
DJ Jazzy Jeff, the legend, you
yeah.
know.
That's incredible, man. And I mean, I guess the means of getting features has changed a lot over the because obviously you've seen it from the 90s up until now. So now I heard you mention in another interview that a few of those features were emailed in and stuff like that, and you wasn't entirely happy with the quality in which they recorded those features. I mean, the
Oh,
vocal.
no, because we were saying I like to record all in the same studio with a nice mic booth, and
Mm,
most of the features were recorded very, very well.
okay,
There was one or two where me and Chris sat at the board and I said, Chris, is there something you could do? And Chris Conway's one of the best engineers in the world, and he worked his magic. I don't want to say whose it was,
okay,
you know, because then, you know, it's, you know. But you know, if you can't tell, then why should I expose it? You know, because Chris did the magic and the shit sounded great. So, you know, I just remember there was two at the, you know, short rhymes though, but they were like recorded where I was like, whoa, come on, it could have been a little bit better recording than that. But like I said, Chris put the magic on it. So, you know, Chris
man.
is one of the best engineers in the world.
That's incredible, man. And you can hear from the engineering from the whole album, man. It's clean, you know, and the transition between songs as well, man. I mean, personally, I'm a big fan of engineering. You know, it's one of the unsung heroes of the classic hip hop album.
Engineers are one of the most important ones. If you have a whack engineer, your shit is gonna sound thin and shitty.
Mm,
If you have a dope engineer, they can make you sound like a rock star. They can make you sound like you're a superstar, like you're the best.
mm,
You know, I mean, obviously, if you're kicking whack rhymes and all that shit, you know, they can't fix your rhymes. But you know, if you put a dope performance down, they're gonna, you know, be able to make the kick and snare and bass and your vocals all just feel so nicely together that it
yeah,
makes you sound like even a better rapper. So, you
real
know,
talk.
if I lost my engineer Chris Conway,
Yeah,
I don't know if I'd even make another record, you know, unless I found another magic man like him, you know. So
real talk, man, real talk. And I think I remember obviously speaking to you in the past. You're very you take you pay a lot of attention to detail, and it's very noticeable with the visuals for the album as well, man. Some of the videos are incredible, like the standard of videos, man. It's like, is that something that's really personally important to you?
yeah, well, the videos are very, very important to me. But right now we're having a tough time because, you know, we had all these video shoots set up to fix certain videos that we started, and you know, I had a video set up with Immortal Technique and me,
Oh wow.
and I had a video set up where Jazzy Jeff was going to come and do cuts. We were going to go to Delaware, and so Jazzy Jeff might not even be in that video now. You know, we were planning an Inspector Deck video for the you know, the EKNY song. But yeah, it's like, you know, now we're all locked in our houses. We can't get film crews. We can't get, you know, everybody's trying to protect themselves and their families. So,
Mm.
you know, So now I might have to release some videos I'm not fully happy with, which I hate because I really want to be proud and happy of the product when I release it. But if we can't film and I can't do reshoots, the videos have to come out as is, you know?
Wow, that's mad, man. Okay.
Christine from Ward Melville. I see an old friend from Ward Melville. She used to go out with Josh Haskett. Yeah, what's up? He said I got to get Jeffrey Combs in a video. I love Jeffrey Combs in a video. That'd be ill. That he's from the Reanimator and From Beyond. Sorry about that. Go ahead.
Nice, man. Like I said, everybody locked in right now. I want to big you lot up, man, and definitely encourage you guys to send your questions in as well. We have our questions, but also we're going to be answering your questions too, man. So yeah, one of the tracks that stood out for me is "Gotta Be Dope," featuring your protege Afro, and obviously he's a brilliant lyricist, man. Having him as a protege, does he keep you on your toes? And
of course, he keeps me on my toes. Yeah, he spits ferocious, unbelievably ridiculous flows. So you know, you get a young kid like that can spit like that. He keeps you on your toes. But I had said it about that song. We had started another song on my album, and I didn't think he obliterated it. I thought he did good. You know, it was like a dope Afro rap.
yeah,
but I knew I'd wreck him on it. I was like, that's not top Afro.
yeah.
I called him and I said, look, let me send you a beat. I sent him that beat. He's like, yo, I love this beat. The beat for Gotta Be Dope.
Yeah.
I said, like, come from my head. Like, go, like, I don't want to feature you on my album if I'm just out there wrecking you. Like, you got to wreck me. Like, go for my head, motherfucker.
Yeah.
He ended his verse in. I was like, oh, shit, he went for my head. This dude's crazy. So it's a song that both me and Afro are both very, very proud of, you know.
Yeah, man. And I mean, it's rare, but it's amazing that obviously having artists from your generation, how important is it for you to be mentoring and bringing through artists for this generation as well?
Well, there's a lot of dope, super incredible MCs that are young, you know. I know when you think a young rapper's whack, they go, oh, boomer, but that's robot talk, you know, motherfuckers that, you know, have no independent thinking. They're boomer. It's like, yeah, repeat the same shit, repeat, you know. But the thing is, when we were kids, when we was 15, 16 years old, we didn't like whack rappers then. If you was whack, we'd be like, that's a whack rapper, that's a dope rapper. It has nothing to do with boomerism or any of this. Because when we get in the room with 18-year-old spitters, 20-year-old spitters, you know, hip hop minds are like-minded minds. Like people love the culture of hip hop. So, you know, I don't think there's an age thing for hip hop. It's like if Black Thought's in a room with somebody just said Khan is dope as fuck. Yeah, Khan's dope. Put Black Thought and Khan in the room. Put Afro in the room. Put Chris Rivers in the room. Put any, you know, all the dope spitters in the room. Nobody's gonna be like, that one's 40. How old's Black Thought? 45 or something. That guy's 45. That one's 20. They're gonna be like, yo, everybody killed it. Everybody killed it. You know, it's just people that don't love music, that aren't educated on music, that they don't have real insults. So all they can be a boomer. Like, shut the fuck up. At least have an original thought when you're trying to, you know, discredit legendary rappers, you know.
Yeah, and it's amazing to have artists such as yourself, Black Thought, and maybe even throw Jay-Z in there to just emphasize that, you know, older rappers can still spit with the highest caliber.
Well, not even still spit; they spit better a lot of the time.
Yeah,
like, you know, like the thing is, the rappers that from that generation came up on a competitive level where they wanted to be the best rappers, and you had to be the best rapper, or if you went on the stage, you would get, you know, taken off the stage. So, you know, all those dudes spit like monsters. So the young generation is learning that, but there's a lot of kind of like mediocre kids, and they're getting their shine and they're getting accepted when they're mediocre. It's the young venomous spitters. Those are the scary dudes. Like there's young kids when they go, like I invited that kid, I talk about him, Justin Freeman. I invited him on the IG Live when I was having a listening party. And he just, okay, yeah, I'll spit. And he spit like like, you know, 2-3 minute bars of acapella and 3 minutes of acapella. And I was like, damn, kid's like 24 years old.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it has nothing to do with, oh, you're a young kid, you must not be good. It's like, no, you're 24 and you're literally an incredibly dope ass rapper, you know? So we love hip hop. We don't love trends.
Yeah.
Like the trendy thing to like. We don't like, oh, what's the most popular thing to like? You know, like we're not about that. We're not like, Cardi B and Taylor Swift sells the most records. They are the best artists. You know, we don't think like that, you know?
Yeah, it seems as though the audience is wising up, man. And I remember interviewing a lot of hip hop legends in the past, and there was the overall consensus that America doesn't respect the hip hop legends, you know, and they've got to come over to Europe when they tour around the world. That's where they get their respect, man. But
keep going. I'm sorry.
Yeah. But I've noticed in recent years with artists such as yourself that is still performing at such a caliber, as well as, you know, also like you said, Chris Rivers working alongside some of the artists, the newer generation artists, and obviously their fan base gravitating towards you and your fan base gravitating towards them. You know, do you find that some of the veterans from the 90s are getting more higher level of respect now?
In America, I'm not so sure. You know, America really is a more trendy place where it's about the trends. You know, what's the hot shit? And the American media will not cover you if you're not part of a certain machine or part of a certain popularity contest. Where, you know, the UK and the rest of Europe and Japan and all over the rest of the world, they kind of, they don't fall for that okey doke shit as much. I mean, they do too as well. Obviously, you got brain dead idiots everywhere, but it's like America kind of is a little bit more cyborgish, where let's just follow what we. And you got a great underground scene in America too. But I'm just saying, as a whole, the masses, it's crazy. It's a little crazy. Oh, yo, somebody just said best hip hop concerts I've seen: Master Ace, Rakim, Nice and Smooth, and of course R.A. The reason I'm reading that comment is because Nice and Smooth are some of the best performers ever, and they're not mentioned a lot. Like, honestly, like Greg Nice is one of the most energetic, party rocking ass dudes ever, and put that with Smooth B.
Yeah,
like, Smooth is some of the dopest ass live performers ever. So it's nice to see somebody say that in the comments.
Nice.
Sorry about that.
Nice, man. That's real, bro. That's so real, man. And you know, it's a shame. It's probably one of the biggest travesties in life that, you know, that and I'm taking this quote from you from another interview where you said like with older rock artists are treated like legends, and then older hip hop artists are treated as has-beens, you know, and I guess that's something we're going to need to change. And I think, what do you think needs to be implemented so we can have greater respects for the Rakims and
Well, you know what it is hip hop culture will always have respect for Rakim. Okay. It's these Johnny come latelys, these people that never loved hip hop, never cared about hip hop. They joined hip hop when hip hop became popular on the radio, when it became popular to the Academy Awards and the Grammys. Then they hopped on board. So that's all they know. But like hip hop culture itself will always know that Rakim is a god. But it's all, you know, what happens when any culture gets watered down and gets all these vultures, they, you know, that's the mentality of the masses. So you have all these like ridiculously uneducated, stupid, opinionated people speaking on a culture that they know nothing of, you know? So those are the people that, yeah, they're treated like bygones for those people. But if you're a celebrity, like Jay-Z is one of the most famous, most powerful people in the world. I think that they'll treat him like a rock star forever because he's one of the most famous, rich people of all time. That's how America is, you know? And that's not a diss to Jay. Jay came from the bottom, Brooklyn's own, you know, 5% Nation, God Body, all of that shit. He was rapping with Jazz in the 80s.
Yeah.
You know, so I'm not taking, he worked his way from the bottom, but I'm just saying, but if he didn't, you know, become a billionaire and the famous person and Beyonce's husband, all this shit, nobody would give a fuck about him either. You know, that's the world. That's the world we live in, you know? Does anybody talk about Jazz, the guy that put Jay-Z on ever? He's, you know, he's a bygone to them, you know?
Yeah, that's a real sad thing, man. We're going to jump back into the album, man. again, I wanna touch on the fact that the list of features on the album is completely insane. And I mean, what was it like for you personally to rap alongside so many hip hop heroes? And are there any particular features that stand out to you, and why?
You know, people have been waiting on the Mortal Technique song forever.
Mm.
Somebody in the comments just said, am I going to be featured on the Middle Passage? And yes, I'm going to be featured on the Middle Passage of Mortal Technique's album. And
That's an
he's featured on
exclusive.
what?
That's an exclusive. I didn't know that.
No, it's known already.
Oh, okay.
We both talked about it. I
Okay.
should have let you feel special, like, yeah, exclusive. Nah. But people were waiting on that. And then, you know, obviously the posse cut, working with, you know, one of the most iconic figures in hip hop history, Ice-T, you know, and then, you know, throwing MOP and my bro Paz and
Onyx
and Chino XL and Brand Nubian, and you know, that was who am I forgetting on it? Chris Rivers, yeah, you said Onyx, but like that was a highlight. But also Cool G Rap probably gave me my favorite feature on the album, you know.
Oh, wow.
When he released that verse to me on Dragonfire, it was up tempo and it was so in the pocket, but it was so Cool G Rap. It was like, damn, this is Cool G Rap, high caliber, guy that influenced every rapper after him.
Yeah.
And he's back on my shit. So like that shit really humbled me, man. I love G Rap.
Yeah.
What's up, Pay? How you doing?
Man, and I think it goes back to the respect that these artists have for you, man, because I never felt like anybody phoned it in. You know, you even had Chuck D rapping at a level, and I was just like, wow, I haven't heard Chuck D shit like this for a minute, man.
Well, they kind of know. They go, okay, you know, like even Deck told me, he was like, yo, it's an RA album. I gotta come correct, you know, because when he handed in his verse, I was like, damn, Deck, you killed it. And he was like, yo, this is for your album. How the fuck am I not gonna? I have to kill. Like they was all telling me, like, yo, I know I have to kill this shit. So that was dope, you know.
Yeah. That's incredible.
And
man.
Deck killed it. Deck has one of my favorite bars. He says, "My burner on the train next to Bernard Getz." It's just such a New York line. A lot of people don't know what he's talking about, but go Google that shit, Bernard Getz. We talking about the '80s in that one.
Yeah, that's incredible, man. And speaking of one of the great topics that you touched on was it the lead single Golden Oldies with Atmosphere and Eamon, where you speak about the difference in generations and dating a girl they can't relate to the hip hop that you came up on, and you know, and what's that experience like? Is that based on a true story, I'm guessing?
Yeah, you know, of course, one time, there's a lot of lines in there that's based on past relationships and stuff, and you just kind of all grouped it together. And I guess the girl in the story would have been born in 1988 because she was born the same year as Daddy Kane dropped Half Stepping. But yeah, one time I was with a younger girl and I was playing some Prince, and she was like, "That's the kind of music that my dad would listen to." I was like, "What the fuck?" You know? Like, you ain't even that young. You're like in your 20s. How the fuck is Prince your daddy's music? You know, like, I guess so, you know. But so I put that shit in a song, you know.
That's incredible, man. Someone asked where's Afro and what's he doing? Because I know he's got some projects in the can, right?
Well, Afro's project, you know, it gets hit every he forgot his hard drive in New York City.
No.
And he went back to California. So we got the hard drive. We got it to the engineer, Chris Conway. Chris was supposed to mix it. Then COVID happened and the studio closed. And now his hard drive's with Chris. So then somebody just copied the hard drive. And now we're going to ship a hard drive to Afro to try to, you know, it's you know, we're trying to get it done, you know. But I wanted to have it done by the time my album was done. So as soon as this thing was out, we'd have, you know, let's smack them with Afro off the buzz off my album. We'll smack them with an Afro album, you know. But we still, you know, Corona fucked a lot of shit up, you know. And also, I was supposed to do 3 tours. I was going to take the money from the tour and go throw it back into mixing and mastering for Afro's project. So everything's fucked up for everybody right now, you know.
Mm-hmm. And how do you see things going forward, man? Because obviously we're not going to get live shows for a long time, man. So I mean,
I hope not that long. I hope not that long. because that's my whole life is the damn live shows. That's my survival. That's what I was born to do. So, you know, that's all I want to do is be live. I don't even want to record. I just want to rap live.
Yeah,
But
man.
let's see. I hope the world gives us our lives back soon, you know.
Yeah, man. 2020. Still hearing Rishma's just said 2020 is cancelled, man. Crazy, crazy times we're living in, man.
Yeah, I don't know. And you know me, I'm a little bit of a conspiracy guy, so I just don't know anything anymore, you know.
Yeah. I'm going to take this moment quickly to just say a big shout out to everybody that's locked in live right now. This is Scandus from IAmHipHop magazine, and I'm here with the legendary, the hip hop icon, I would personally say, R.A. the Rugged Man, and we're here celebrating his brand new album, which is called All My Heroes Are Dead. My personal opinion, album of the year so far. It was J Electronica. J Electronica has now been shifted to the left. This is the album for me right now.
Thank you,
Incredible.
sir.
The standard of lyricism is insane consistently. But you know what? One thing I will point out for me personally, you know, I think this more so than your previous album actually showcases your range. You know, we're seeing all eras of R.A. the Rugged Man, and I think obviously you've got some songs dedicated to your children, so we're kind of seeing a glimpse into where you're going next. So was that intentional, or is that just?
Yeah, you want to go where your life is going, and you want to kind of bring the people with you for the journey. Somebody in a question just said, "Is Smith Haven more based on a true story?" No. I wrote a record in the 90s where I became suicidal. I went into a mall with a gun. I held a fat bitch hostage, made a strip. The cops came, threw me in a jail cell. No, that was just storytelling, man. You know? Sorry, go ahead. Keep going. I just saw that comment. I was like, nah, man. That's story shit.
Yeah.
Vex, DJ Vex over there. Oh, and Steaming Kettle PR. He's the one that got this interview. So shout out to Steaming Kettle PR. Yeah,
Big 'em up, man. Big 'em up, man. Yeah, man. So basically, what I was saying, man, is this album is a kind of reflection of where you've come from, because you've got some of the more grimy stuff like the Big Snatch, and then you've got more like, I guess, more introspective records. I've heard you say before, there's a lot of storytelling on this album. Is that you was in your Slick Rick bag on this one? So
yeah, there was definitely some. I was definitely a little Slick Rick on it. Like I went the storytelling route on a lot of the album. But like you said, you named records like The Big Snatch. There's two records on the album that some people thought shouldn't have been on the album: Hate Speech and The Big Snatch, because they were, you know, super perverted and X-rated, and I love them to death. You know, that's what's inside my mind. I want deformed, demented, crazy sex comedy weirdness. You know, if my album was too straight and it was a drama, every song was a drama, I would put myself to damn sleep. So, you know, I want to, you know, put a nice, you know, heartfelt song, a nice obliterate bars song. And then, you know, a lot of people, there's a lot of demented RA fans that Hate Speech and Big Snatch are their favorite songs on the entire album. And they wouldn't have liked the album as much without it. So I may make those songs and include them on the album for them. And the ones that don't like them, fast forward the fucking thing, man. Who gives a fuck? Oh, see, this guy said it's one of my favorites, Big Snatch. Berlin Hip Hop said that.
Yeah,
thank you. Man. Love Hate Speech, man. Fucking brilliant. Thank you. That record is for you guys, because I knew when you make records like those, when the serious critics are writing about it, this is so juvenile. You know, they're gonna, you know, take it down a notch and give it a worse review because you have, like, you know, fun records, fun demented records. They're a little scared of that stuff. Oh, it scares them. So I like to do those records. Smack you in your face with my dick type of record, you know.
You know what, right? I think one of the elements on the album that caught a lot of people by surprise and was obviously very touching. You had Sean Price's son on.
Daughter. That's Sean.
Daughter. Sorry.
That's the little girl, Sean. It's all good. Yeah.
Introduced one of the records, man. So, I mean, how much did Sean Price mean to you as a friend and an artist?
Let me tell you something, man. Like, you know, I've lost so many friends and lyricists and artists I respect and people who I loved. And I don't know, when I got the call about Sean passing, it was, I don't know, it hit me harder than all of them for some reason. You know, it's like, I don't know why, because Sean was the most down-to-earth human. Like, he was like one of us, but he was way funnier than anybody you ever met in your life. Like nobody was funnier than Sean. It was like and just humble, dope, down to earth, and honest. You know, like he'll tell you to your face what he really fucking, means. So I don't know. When I got that call, that shit broke my heart. Like I was like, man, I love this dude. Like I love this dude. Like that shit broke my heart. And I like when I got the call about Biggie, I was younger and I was like, oh shit, Big's gone, and it hit me hard. But it was like, no, Prodigy died. Prodigy, I know since we're 15 years old, and that shit hit me hard. Like I love P, but something about Sean Price, that one just hit me in the gut. Like, oh, yeah, I don't know why.
Man, so that was like essential. You needed a tribute on that album, man. And I noticed you also got him on the album cover as well.
Yeah. I hit up Bernadette and I said, hey, listen, I'm working on the artwork right now. My album's called All My Heroes Are Dead. I got my father on there in the back. I got the Twin Towers in the back. I'd love to have, P right here. But before I have the artist draw P, I want to let you know and see if that's cool. And Bernadette was like, yeah, no, hell yeah, you do it, So I sent her the picture and she gave me the strong fist. She was happy with it. So respect Lil Sean and respect Stuck B, Sean's brother, and respect Bernadette, man. She's mother of the year. She's dealing with that, so.
Keeping the legacy alive, man. And so we've spoken it briefly, man, but how important was the artwork to you, man? Because you got it set like some action hero.
Oh man, it's the best. I never really had a budget or I never liked any of the artwork on my records. I like the Legendary Classics artwork because the photo that Clay Patrick McBride did, it had like all the guns and the sword. Like it was a great photo. But I hate the artwork on Die Rugged Man. I hated that picture, but we had no money. So okay, yeah, that's the cover, and Legend Never Die. I thought it was smooth. I was like, yeah, that's dope. But this one, when I got it, I was like, that's the fucking artwork the album deserves, man. Like I was really, the guy's name, he's from England too. His name is the Dude Designs. Go Google him. The Dude Designs. He did Hobo with a Shotgun. He did They Live. He did all these movie posters.
Nice.
And I think one of my albums finally got the artwork it deserved. I'm really happy with it, So.
That's incredible, man. And speaking of artwork, one revelation I found out from one of your previous interviews that you were supposed to be on the cover for Sound Bombing too.
No.
Or were you upset that you wasn't on the cover for Sound Bombing?
Yeah, I thought it was a political thing because I was signed to Priority and, I thought it was weak, that I wasn't on the cover, so. Yeah. But, Jared from Raucous, he owns Up Rocks now, and he still hits me up, and we hit each other up, and he had Up Rocks hit me for something, but I was kind of like, all right, I'm not generating the money for you, and I'm signed to another label. I'm not signed to Raucous, so I was the OG out of the crew. Well, Sadat was OG more than me, but I don't put the Rugged Man face. All right.
I think if they do a 25th anniversary, man, they need to rectify that, man. And
I hope they don't. I'm not even a fan of that record. I like 3-4 songs on that album. People be like, classic album. I'm like, I don't know. I wasn't really a big fan.
But, real talk, man. Real talk.
I like the Foul March joint. I think there was a Company Flow joint.
Yeah.
There was a couple joints on there. But
199 comments to that X.
Yeah. Anything with Sadat I like, and that beat was dope.
Classic, man. Classic. We noticed recently that you've done a feature on the new 4 Hours album, which was 4 Hours, the crew from the UK.
Of course, no, I know exactly what they are. Yeah.
Yeah, man.
Right.
I mean, incredible track, by the way.
Say it again.
I said incredible track, by the way, man.
Yeah, well, that beat was an up-tempo beat by Leaf Dog and good energy. I liked it. I didn't even know it was gonna come out. We did that a long time ago, and I always said, "Hey, what's up with that record? What's up with that record?" And then coincidentally, it drops the same day my album drops. I was like, fuck, guys, but
Yeah, it's good promo, man. But I mean, based on that, because I mean, I think that's from what I'm a bit of a UK hip hop historian, but I think that's the first time I've seen you feature on a UK hip hop album. What's your thoughts on the UK hip hop scene, man? I mean, you've been here quite regularly as well.
I did a record with UK artists before too. I worked with a kid named Stig of the Dump. You know who he was?
Oh yes, Stig.
Yeah, yeah. And I feel like we're forgetting one other UK artist, but right now Stig of the Dump. But that was another record. I was on tour.
Mm.
They gave me a couple quick bucks. I would have did it anyway. I like Stig, but I think I just got off a flight. I went in the booth. I'm not totally in love with my verse on that one. I mean, I think I said some fly shit, shooting something. I said some shit. I forgot what it was. But yeah.
Right.
No. I think I like my verse, but the mix, I wish my vocals was up a little harder.
Okay.
I wish they EQ'd the vocals a little bit bigger.
Right. Back to the engineer, man.
Yeah. But that's years ago. Shout out to Stig. He's a good guy, Stig of the Dump.
Nice. Do you get to check out much UK or not really?
You know who I love, and I'm watching her Instagram all the time, is Lady LaShaw. She's like
Really?
got a really dope like personality and the way she lands, and she has flavors and styles. And I like that. I miss that a lot in hip hop, where it's like she just you know, and she adds like I don't know. I like the way she flips her shit. And whenever she spits a rhyme on her Instagram or something, I go, oh, let me see what she's doing. Oh yeah, she killed that. She's dope. So she's not like a bar slayer, like an Inspector Deck or a Coogee Rap, but she's more like a super dope, like architect. I don't know, the way she builds her little. This flow's gonna go here and bounce here, and it's like really dope. I really like it.
It's got,
Really
it's got a bit of Pharaoh Munch in her, you reckon?
What?
It's got a bit of Pharaoh Munch in her?
Yeah, well, she's got more like, it reminds me more of like the 90s era where like everything, there was a group called Trends of Culture, and he'd be like off and on. Like there was like all these different styles, and then like Missy Me from Canada like would throw Jamaican styles in. It was all like the stuff I grew up really loving, and she kind of does a new school version of that. That's what I like about her, you know. So yeah.
Nice, man.
And I met her. We did a show together in Greece, and I fanboyed out. I said, "Hey, man, I fucking love you, man. I love you." I told her, man.
Man, and I mean, like you said, you may have a feature with LL Cool J coming, man. But I mean, going forward, are there any other features or any other artists that you'd want to collaborate with?
Well, I didn't say the LL thing is coming. We were supposed to get that done for my last album. It didn't happen.
Okay.
But I would like to make it happen still at some point.
Right.
You know, like if we get the right track and the right situation and, you know, the right project to get it on, I would love to do a LL Cool J album. You know, I mean, LL Cool J joint. Yeah.
Nice, man. Anyone else from that era that you'd want to work with, or
say again?
Anyone else from that era that you'd want to work with?
You know, of course, all of them. You know, I'd love to work with. Redman. I'd love to work with Kane. I'd love to work with Slick Rick. You know, I'd love to work with so many of those people from that era. You know, the people I came up on in the game. You know, so. Man, but I've worked with so many of my heroes already. It's like, so when I was just naming some, I was like, well, who else? Kind of worked with everybody I want to work with, you know, but not everybody, but you know. That's Poolba. There you go. Somebody said Poolba. I'd love to work with Poolba, you know.
Yeah, I'm actually surprised you've not done a song with Redman, man. I feel like your styles would actually mesh quite well on the record.
I mean, me and Red should have did something 25 years ago. I don't know. We were in the same studios with Dave Greenberg. And he had such a dope style, and I had my deal on Jive. I don't know how that didn't happen. Like,
yeah,
me and Red should have did something literally 25 years ago. We should have, you know. Yeah. Same thing with Method Man. It's all. I don't know what happens, you know.
But you, on this album, you've probably gone through about a third of the Wu-Tang Clan. So, you know, it's I guess it's, you know, we're gonna get there at some point.
Oh yeah, you know. The Wu-Tang, I've been working with Wu for years, though. You know, the Wu has supported me since day one, since they blew up. You know, like I remember there was a time when, you know, Wu-Tang Clan just blew the fuck up, and I had just lost my deal and was blackballed, and I think it was the Tunnel, or it was one of them fancy clubs in the city, and I was trying to get in, and RZA walked right up, and they let RZA and his whole entourage in, and RZA saw that like they was giving me a hard time getting in, and RZA's like, yo, you know that's R.A. the Rugged Man? How you not gonna let R.A. the like you know, I didn't even know RZA knew who I was at the time, you know. So that was dope. That was, you know, I don't even know if you remember that, but that was about you know, sometime when did Wu blow up? The 94, 93?
93, 94. Yeah.
You know, whenever it was, but I was like, oh shit, all right, RZA's on top of shit. And he just defended me like that. That was cool. I didn't even know he knew who the fuck I was, you know. So
yeah. Nice, man. I noticed the trend right now is that a lot of artists are jumping on doing these Instagram clashes, man. What artists from the 90s would you say you would ever consider going back and forth with?
You know what? I hate the Instagram clashes. I fucking hate them. I fucking hate them. You know why? Because I saw how they did Teddy, man. Teddy Riley's my idol. And he didn't understand the technology, and he was trying to do a good show for everybody. And all I saw was everybody disrespecting the legend. Like, oh, he, you know, making fun of the legend and acting like Teddy's some kind of scrub and like he can't shine Babyface's shoes. And I was like, yo, fuck all these fucking dickheads sitting home. Like, please entertain me. Like, suck a dick, you know? So I dislike them, you know, you know, I dislike them, you know. But I mean, I don't know.
What did you think?
They're entertaining millions of people. They're entertaining millions of people all around the world.
But what did you think of clashes like Primo and RZA? You know.
Well, I hadn't got to see it yet, but I heard good things about it. But you know, I'm on European time. It's 10:30 at night here. I think the RZA battle started at what, like 4 in the morning here.
Okay.
So, you know, and I got 2 babies. I'm waking up in the morning with babies, so I didn't get to see it. But I don't know. Yeah.
So this might be one.
Shout out to Teddy Riley, literally the GOAT, one of the GOATs of all time. And even that, they were acting like R&B was better than hip hop. It was like the same shit I remember seeing as a kid, where like he'd play the show and they'd act like that ain't shit compared to some R&B record that Babyface did, and you're like, no, that's the show.
That blew my mind. I didn't even know Teddy Riley produced that, man.
I knew he did. Teddy was producing hits in the hood in Harlem for Kumo D, for all of them. Heavy D, he was 15, 16 years old. Dougie Fresh, he's one of the most legendary producers of all time, you know. But he didn't produce Boys to Men, End of the Road, the pop song, you know. So you're putting him against like a pop producer. And Babyface a legend too, but like shit on Teddy and act like
No, that's wrong, man. But here's a question for the people in the comment section, man. If you can think of an artist that could go up, that's worthy to go up against R.A. the Rugged Man, drop it in the comment section. You know, who'd you like to see go back to back with R.A. the Rugged Man? You know, that's an interesting topic of discussion, man. And one other question I want to ask you, man. We spoke earlier about Afro keeping you on your toes, but I mean, like generally, I mean, obviously your career has surpassed 30 years now, right? What is it that genuinely keeps you so? Because you on this album, you don't sound like you're slowing down at all. You know, you sound like you're actually getting better. So what is it that's continuing to motivate you to continue to push your craft and your pen at this stage of your career?
Well, because I don't want to make music unless I make something better than I already have, you know? Like, if I'm going to put out something worse than I already put out, I don't want to put it out because why? You know, like if I already accomplished this level of greatness or musical, whatever, why do I want to release projects that are here and there and there? You know, that's ruining the legacy. I just want to put out better music and better rhymes and better skills and higher level lyricism, or I don't want to do it anymore. You know, each record I want to prove myself more and more, you know, that I want the catalog to improve, not, you know, whatever, get worse, decrease. I don't know what the fucking word I'm looking for, but you know what I'm saying.
Man.
But so my motivation is topping myself. That's what it is. Man. You know, and then while you're in between albums, you run into a million dope rappers that are spitting dope fire, and you're like, yo, if dudes spit this shit, get better at rapping, because, you know, if you're half asleep and you're not giving the best Rugged Man, you know, somebody giving that's not as good as you, but is giving their 100%,
Mm.
might give you something that's kicking you in your dick, you know. So you got to always stay 100% because there's competition out there, you know.
Man, and I mean, obviously, you grew up on the golden era of hip hop, man. What is your thoughts on the current state of hip hop culture, and where do you see things going forwards?
Well, you know, the culture is in the underground, you know. That's the culture. The money making and all the other shit, that's whatever the fuck you want to call it, you know. That's corporate, you know. So the you know, culture and corporate don't mix very well. So hip hop is out there. You just gotta find it. You can't just let them feed it to you like this is the good stuff. This is the album you must have this week. Look, Oprah's listening to this album this week. That's the album you need. No, that's not where you find your hip hop. You
Mm.
know, so you just gotta you know that it's on the underground and it's out there, you know.
Right. That's incredible, man. And I noticed you've been very active on RA the Rugged Man TV at the moment. You've got a lot of interviews out at the moment with Chris Rivers, and you got one with Ice-T. How are you finding that forum now of just sitting down and conversating casually with hip hop legends?
Well, I've been sick the last week and a half or two. I did a lot of that the week the album was coming out, and
Okay.
when I get my health back, I just started taking antibiotics today, and when I get my health back, I'm gonna start doing it every week, you know, every a couple times a week, and having everybody in the treads, you know. So
Mm.
yeah, I'm gonna do a lot of that stuff.
That's incredible, man. Man, I want to big you up. Anyone that's jumped in late, man, I just want to let you know we've got the legendary RA, the Rugged Man. This is Scandoose, and this is I Am Hip Hop, man. Want to big you up once again. The album, All My Heroes Are Dead. Absolute classic album of the year right now.
Thank you.
Flipping 22 tracks, ridiculous guest list of hip hop legends. Probably the best overall feature list I've ever seen on a hip hop album. I dare somebody to compare it to anything else. I don't think there is one.
Thank you, sir.
I,
Thank you.
you know, I really don't think there is an album.
I made the album. I made the album for you, man. I made it for people like you that appreciate that. You
Yeah,
know?
and I've heard you say that, man. This one was for the fans. I mean,
Yeah.
you're clear about that in the intro as well. I think the thing I'm concerned about, man, is that you're saying that the next album you're gonna top this one. I'm in awe. Like, what are you gonna bring out for the next album, man? But for right now, this album, man, is the full 3-course meal plus extras, man. You gave us so much on this album. You know, it's so much range on this album. You know, we've somebody mentioned the track Angelic Boy. You know, there's so you know, is there a particular record on that album that, you know, I mean, we spoke about the Big Snatch and some of the ones that are like that are close to your heart, man. But I mean, some of the more I'd say, what would be the word? Some of the more with a more positive message. Some of the more deeper cuts on the album. Are there any of those ones that stick out particularly for you?
You know, the Chuck D joint, Malice and Mammon, where you're dropping some real knowledge, where these kids don't understand it. You got to really, you know, open them books and you know, the one with Inspector Deck was really hard street, you know, and you know, who do we trust? Who do we trust? We were dropping a lot of gems on them. You know, I like the silly joints too, but I'm just blessed that the world loves the album like they do, you know, and the response you have and the hip hop community has.
Yeah.
I mean, it's been amazing, you know.
Yeah. And I mean, Nature Sounds doing the thing, man. They've even got it on cassette tape. They got it on CD. They got it on vinyl. So they're hitting us from all angles with this one, man.
Yeah, the record sales have been phenomenal. We was #1 in a whole bunch of countries with no machine, no marketing, just us posting the shit up, and we went #1 in many countries where these other cats got all these machines pushing and buying them ads all over the place. But we bodied everybody that month. So
nice, man. That's incredible, man. And I know over the years you've been in loads of different situations, man. But do you feel like you found your home now? Is this the right fit for RA the Rugged Man going forwards, or?
Yo, there's Slim Shady fans. They follow you everywhere you go. This guy's going,
Uh, uh,
Slim Shady, Eminem. And he's like, trash album, terrible album. It's like, like all of a sudden the stands saw that we were like live streaming and they got, oh, this sucks. It's like they live in this delusional fake world of non-hip hop because they've never heard a hip hop album before. So yeah. Look, Slim Shady Eminem. It's
uh,
shit. It's like,
Dude,
yo,
man.
get a fucking life,
I know,
man.
I know. We don't usually respond to the haters, man. But this R.A. the Rugged Man's got real songs with the Notorious B.I.G., not posthumous songs, man. So respect the legends, man. We have to.
It's all good. And then it just make me laugh because I'm like, this is what you have to do with your life. You have no life,
He just wanted you to talk about him, man. He's happy now, But definitely shout out to everybody locked in, man. You know what I mean? This has been an incredible conversation, and again, it's an honor to speak to you, sir. And like I said, we're going to use our platform to continue to promote the album because me personally, I push things I genuinely believe in, and I think the record is incredible. And I think the videos, if you guys have not seen the videos yet, go and check out the videos. Again, such a diverse range of styles that you flip. I even saw one this morning, I think for the introduction, was it? The intro, where you use a lot of there's a virtual reality thing where you've imposed your head on like some contemporary b-boys or breakers or something like that.
I don't know. I don't know which video that is.
Let me get it up real quick.
The intro album, the intro video, we had a lot of wild shit going on throughout that,
Yeah. The introduction, that's it.
Yeah. Go watch the introduction video. We also had a video for the song called Wondering, and that was based on true stories. And that one got lost in the shuffle. People watch the other videos more, but go watch the video. Wondering, it's a really good one too.
You're right, and that's a very powerful song as well, man. You talk about obviously the story about this young girl being raped, and she didn't report it right, and this guy went on to do more, and it's a very serious record, man. What was it? How do you feel when you make songs like that? I mean, and because obviously you're gonna get the backlash and the feedback. I mean, what is it?
Well, you want to put the truth out there, and you want to put reality out there. And a lot of time you use your pen as a journalist, You want to, look into the way things really happen. You want to see the after effects of rape. You want to see the after effects of drug addiction. You want to see the after effect of a child to heroin addiction and drug loss. So, you don't want to do it in some cheesy way. You want to do it almost like you're a reporter with your pen out, taking notes, asking around what had happened here, what happened there, and you want it to be an actual, an accurate portrayal of what's really happening,
Yeah, that's real talk, man. And it's a subject that's rarely touched because a lot of artists don't have the necessary sensitivity to cover it in the right way, And I think you made the video is brilliant because it matches the tone of the song, and that's why I think the first time I met you, you spoke about you used to direct videos for other artists. I think you mentioned Talib Kweli or something like that.
Oh yeah, I directed some videos for Talib Kweli and Raekwon, and Talib had a group called Ida Warship.
Yeah.
With Rez, and I directed some stuff for them. I directed a lot of my own stuff too.
Yeah. That's what I was going to ask you. Did you direct your own videos on this album as well?
Yeah. For this album, not yet. No.
Okay. And what was it like to trust your vision in the hands of other directors?
Well, it's great when you have a good visual artist, because I used to always produce and direct everything myself. Boom, 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 because you couldn't afford to get a whole team of people who knew how to do everything perfectly. But then as you grow and people kind of hit you up, you learn to trust filmmakers, and you go, look, if I'm rocking with this filmmaker, put your trust in them, Plus, most of the videos, they let me, edit them in the finals anyway. I usually edit all the videos anyway, 90% of them. So, yeah.
That's dope, man. Unfortunately, we're going to have to bring this to end. Instagram's telling us we've got 50 seconds left. So, I mean, is there any last things you want to say to the people locked in right now?
Oh, yeah. Thank you, everybody, for the support and the love. It's been tremendous, like, honestly tremendous. Thank you for supporting the record all my heroes are dead. And thank you, my brother. And I'll see you next time I'm in England.
Much love, man. Much love. And thank you to everybody that's locked in, man. My name is Scandoose. This is IAmHipHop magazine. This is the icon, the legendary R.A. the Rugged Man. I hope you get well soon, my brother. And we hope to see you again soon. And yes, continue to make incredible hip-hop music for the years to come, man. Much love to you. You're an amazing artist. And much love to everybody that's locked in, man. So until next week, salute. Peace.
Much love.